We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello Aromas, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Gilded Shadows. We are here, second episode of the series, and we're gonna figure out who this familiar handwriting is, or I'm assuming we might know. Trey. Okay, we know who it is. Trey. Hi Trey. I really love the soundtrack in this game. It made sense. Not many people would send me such a late birthday greeting, and he of course knew I loved things like this. Oh, is he a childhood friend? But it had been nearly a year since I'd heard anything from him at all. This was the last thing I'd have expected. I skimmed the message, a soft sigh escaping. None of it surprised me. There were apologies for being late, then a standard note hoping I was well, saying he missed me, that he hoped to talk the next time he was in the capital, which would apparently be soon. Maybe we could see each other, meet up for coffee, and could I please contact him? And finally, contact information, his exact location on Surrey? Oh, please. Oh, thank God. Sierra. I was wrong in completeness. Pronounced Sierra. Thank you for putting that there. Sierra is a large moon that orbits Altair. It possesses a breathable atmosphere and a lush, habitable surface that is rich in minerals and other resources. It currently has a large joint colony funded and cared for by the Triad. Okay. Sierra. Gotcha. Must save. Already got a choice. Doesn't matter because it's a demo, but still, kind of matters to me. Throw the card in the bin. You don't need or want it. Toss the card aside and try to forget about it. Place the card back in the envelope so you can return it. Well, all these are real rude. I don't know who Trey is, but I mean, he knows that I love handwritten letters, so it's a good guy in my book. I carefully placed the card back in the envelope and closed the flap. At least I finally knew where he was. After a year. Look, he's busy, alright? We're all adults, we're busy. Our friends and loved ones know that we're busy, and they know that we still care about them. We're just doing things. I couldn't pretend I didn't feel anything at all at the sudden message from him. I hope he was like our ex-boyfriend, because, well, then again, he probably might not be. But I love it when games give you like an ex-boyfriend choice, so then you can mend things together and not like be the typical visual novel where, you know, she starts off single and all these guys are single and she has no recollection of relationships with them. I would really like it if there was like a game where there might be where one of the candidates you can date is actually an ex and you mend things together. It would be nice. He promised he would be in touch, but I knew how easily things like that slipped away from him when he was buried in work. The way he'd become forgetful about everything, the way he'd go from a clean-cut and tidy student to a disheveled mess seemingly overnight. I smiled slightly, feeling a tinge of sadness pull at the corners of my mouth. I was glad he was okay. I really love our girl's lips. I can't stop looking at it, and her eyes. But I was going to return this card, and that would be my answer, because I wouldn't be meeting with him. Not soon, not ever. Oh, really? I won't get to see him? I doubt it. We had said goodbye a year ago at the station where he caught the transport to Sierra. Where's my index? Index? Where's my index? Menu? No. Sierra? I think? Colony. The memory still brought a faint smile to my face. He'd been so excited then, finally getting the opportunity to work with a real research team focused on the origins of the so-called fairy espers. Whoa, is everything being tied together? An off-world, no less, an amazing opportunity for a student. Then he must be hella amazing. I just want to look at the index. I'm not gonna look at this. Where is it? I'm not trying to look at everything. Sierra, okay. Because that was all spoilers. You guys probably looked at it. You better not have paused either, or else you guys just spoiled it for yourself. He'd grinned so broadly, showing off that dimple that I loved. Oh no, he sounds cute already. And then he'd left, and I got one message that he'd arrived, nothing else. And well, it didn't take many weeks of not hearing anything for me to get the message. We were over. Maybe it was inevitable. We both wanted off-world assignments. I wanted to go to Dione, which would have made it even harder to maintain a relationship with him, and there wasn't much in the way of Esper research going on there, so separation had been inevitable. So were we together and then broke it off? I just hadn't expected it so soon. Even so, surely he didn't think after completely falling out of my life like that, he could just pop back up because he missed me. I'd missed him too, and I'd had to just deal with it, get over him, focus on my studies. I had walked away from that relationship months ago. Oh shit, yes! Thank God, a game that gives me what I wanted. And I wasn't walking back to it now. At least I know where to send the card though. I set the card on the table by the door so I wouldn't forget about it. Tomorrow, first thing, I would send it back. For tonight, relaxing and not thinking about stressful things. Ooh, look at my girl getting all like comfies. I made my way to the sofa, shedding clothes as I went along. Oh fuck, okay. Look at her. Is there a gallery, please? So I can have this as a thumbnail. So tired. I flopped down on the pillows, letting out a soft groan. And now that I was down, I didn't actually want to move again. I could just sleep there for the next 7 to 10 days. Technically, yeah, because I don't got a job, right? I opened my eyes, staring up at the ceiling. Oh wait, this is prior to me being kidnapped. Why am I getting so comfy? Staring up at the ceiling, a slight smile coming to my lips. Well, not that long. I'd never hear the end of it if I missed the party for my maybe having made prime tier. And besides, I was pretty sure if I didn't get up and find some food, my stomach was going to devour itself. I sat up and finally made my way to the cupboards to see what I actually had in the house that could potentially qualify as a quiet dinner. In the meantime, that's so cool. I flipped on the news with a small flick of my hand, because watching it in my head while trying to work out dinner would have been a nightmare. One ear was on what the impressively coiffed man was saying about another terrorist attack in New Albion, this time much closer to the cities of the eastern edge of the Twilight Wastes. And they shut down another drug cartel in Sicilis? Is that pronounced Sicilis? Oh wow, look at me go. Crimson got the blame for them both, as they usually did. Another reason to get off work as soon as I can. I huffed in dissatisfaction as I stared down my cupboard. It was pretty empty to say the least, unless you counted one foil packet of biscuits and a tin of mixed vegetables. Pathetic. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I hadn't really had time to place any orders or do any shopping before the exam. For the last few weeks, I'd been eating mostly toast or whatever stray pieces of fruit I could find. Mom would kill me if she knew. Or at least lecture me about maintaining a proper diet. Well, now what? Delivery schedules for the nearby market were predictably filled, which meant I'd have to go shopping in person or eat out. I haven't really done that much lately. There was a new bistro nearby I'd been wanting to try. Couldn't hurt to put the shopping off another day and do something fun instead. That was kind of the whole point tonight, relaxing and fun, though I had been looking forward to dinner without pants. With my much anticipated bath with bubbles and candles, and most definitely a good book. Such was life. Decision made. I flipped off the screen and went to change it for heading out again. The sun was still shining when I stepped back onto the street. To be fair, the sun was always shining in Sicilis, and the rest of New Albion, and the Triad, and well, everywhere on this side of the planet because of that whole tidal lock thing. But that wasn't the point. Is that the tidal lock? Right here? The point was that the biofield had only barely begun to darken and block the blistering light outside, the closest thing to the city ever got to night. It would most likely be dark by the time I got home. I started away from my apartment and toward the bistro. My mind wandered as I walked, glancing up at the sky, though I guess it's not really the sky. The biome dome blocked the view of the real sky and filtered out the harmful UV rays. I wondered if it looked the same in Delphine? Or Delphine? I don't know. I really wanted to go there someday to see. Shit. I'm assuming it's Delphine. Not only that, there were ruins there in some of the wastes closer to the Twilight region, but the Delphine government didn't let anyone near them. It was ridiculous that it was easier to go off-world to a planet 50 million kilometers away to see ruins than it was to research the ones on Altair. But that's what happened when two countries didn't get on, I suppose. In any case, even if I could study the ruins in Delphine, I'd rather go to Dion to finally see something other than false day and night. To feel real wind, not the simulated weather of Silius. To see a storm or the stars. Oh shit, this is sad. Though that would only be an option if I made it into the prime tier and could continue my studies. So now I was back to thinking about the exam, which kind of defied the purpose of a relaxing evening. I pushed the thoughts away, determined not to think about it. I was about 2 blocks from home in a pedestrian walkway between 2 streets when I first noticed a crowd gathered up ahead. I paused, watching curiously as several more people wandered over. All of them were clustered around a large fountain there. A busker, maybe. A busker. Like a dance thing? I saw plenty of them on my way to and from class, though I rarely had time to stop and watch the performances. This one must be pretty good to gather that big a crowd. Too bad it was kind of blocking the path I needed to take. Excuse me, move. I meandered a bit closer. Instead of hearing a performance of some kind, it actually sounded like someone talking loudly. Ranting, perhaps. Like a protest? A demonstration or protest, though I suppose it could have been some kind of dramatic performance instead of a musician. I was a little curious and needed to go through there anyway. Maybe I should take a minute to find out what was going on, but I wasn't sure I really wanted to bother with the crowd. Oh shit. Well, I think we need to, right? To see a potential maybe lover. Squeeze past the crowd as quickly as possible, take a different route altogether just in case. Join the crowd to see what's going on. I mean, I'm just walking to relax, right? The bistro's not going anywhere. Well, what is that? Did I get that in the last time I chose something? I don't remember that. Probably didn't. Or else I would have seen it, right? Or, well, my mind's all over the place. Curiosity got the better of me and I decided to see what was going on, whether it was a performance, demonstration, or something else. I tried to avoid a few rowdy people at the fringes of the crowd as I wove my way into the group to see who was speaking. The voice was louder now, and I could make out the words over the sound of the murmuring crowd. You've all been lied to. All of you. You sheep that blindly follow the piper. Listen to me. We must stop the madness. What? What did I join into? I shuffled my way to the front to see a tall man in bedraggled clothes standing in the fountain. Water cascaded onto him, running in rivulets down his hair and shirt, though he didn't seem to notice. Why? Why is the water doing that? Like, why is it hitting him? Like everyone else, I gaped at him. Oh, are you okay? You kind of look beaten up a bit. He looked like he hadn't had a bath in a while. His clothes were ragged, dirty, and his eyes were strange, mismatched, with one that was pale and watery. Oh, it is. Huh. While the other almost glinted red in the afternoon light. What if, like, he just looks like this? Like he's ragged and dirty, but he's actually OP as shit. Like a twinge in anxiety and pity. Drugs, maybe. Really? What if he just, like, too much power? It had been an ongoing issue lately, and I knew red eyes were a telltale sign of one of the most prominent street drugs that had found its way to Sicilis. Really? Poor man. You think you know the truth. You think you see it in the music that beckons you further to the dark. But this whole city is a lie. The lights, the sky above. The ones who know the real truth are among us, though. He was hissing and spitting as he shouted. I stepped backward, thinking I didn't want to be gawking at this poor guy. If anything, I should be reporting it so he could get some help. There are kings and queens among us, ones who speak the truth in whispered hisses, like snakes that rise up from the ashes and scream reality. They're calling. They're calling. Do you hear them? Kings and queens, like espers. King ranked espers usually score somewhere between a 12 to 14.5 on the EA scale. These espers make up a very, very small percentage of the total esper population. They possess a very specific type of telekinesis that allows them to communicate with and manipulate technology. Ooh, they seem very frightening. This includes being able to communicate with the nanosystem as well as the planetary AI, which can tap into and control every system and machine on the planet via the net. For the reasons kings are highly sought after by different organizations on the planet, very few individuals with these abilities are known to exist. Wow, what about the queens? Queen rank espers usually score between a 12 to 15 on the EA scale. Like kings, queens make up a very, very small percentage of espers. They are capable of mimicking the PSI waves of other people. Not only are they very powerful telekinetics in their own right, but by mimicking PSI, they can copy the abilities of any other esper they come into contact with. Or more generally, simply mimic the skills of a given ring. They can even mimic the PSI waves of lower infantry and normal humans, passing for normal themselves. This can make them incredibly difficult to detect. Okay, so avoid kings and queens is what you're telling me. I'm pretty sure I can avoid them easily since there's so little few of them. Like, there's not a lot of them. I'm assuming is what it's really telling me. I don't know if this guy's on drugs, but this is where we're actually going to end today's episode. Don't know his name, so again, we can't fall for him. The only person we really know is Trey, and we don't know if he's a potential candidate lover. I just know his name. Anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it, touch it, touch.